Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks and how I finally got my revenge. Dude, you know how long I've hated the Seahawks ever since that game with Tim Hasselbeck's brother Matt.
Tim Hasselbeck's brother Matt
saying that he wanted the ball and he was gonna score.
We want the ball and we're gonna score.
And they did.
I very much remember that. And they didn't. And now he's making more money doing Monday Night Football than anybody else than he probably made in his career.
Wait, which one does Monday Night Football, Tim or Matt?
Matt. I think Tim is also on ESPN, but he's I don't know, he's kind of a jerk, so he doesn't get to do the high profile stuff, but he gets to give his opinion on things.
Wait, didn't Tim play for us at one point?
He did. He was one of our quarterbacks.
One of our 28,000 quarterbacks since the millennium. Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode numero 539, in which we talk about our three games as a streak, dude. That's a
right
streak.
now, we are in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
We're in the playoffs? We're in the playoffs. We're the third wild card team. New last year, kept it this year. We're the third wild card team. How about that?
Playoffs, dude. Yes, we are the third wild card team, a position that didn't even exist last year. I didn't even know there were three wild card teams this year until someone told me yesterday, like you. But, that's cool.
What'd you say? What happened? My audio cut out for a second. I just heard you going, but that's cool. That's cool.
I was saying I didn't even know there was such a thing as a third wild card team until someone told me yesterday.
They put it in last year and they decided to keep it this year.
Can they quit changing rules? How's an old man like me supposed to keep up with rules that change every 5 seconds? And don't even get me going on the indifference rule again, that we don't even know that's what it's called. All these rules, no one even knows what a catch is anymore. Nobody. No one knows. It's just
that's a good example. Or there was a good example from this game because we got number 82 back. He had a good game. It looked like he caught the second touchdown it looked like he caught the second touchdown. We're gonna have a 2-touchdown lead
to nail the.
But then they reviewed
shut.
it. Yeah, to stick the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, they
reviewed it for about 5 minutes and said that he didn't catch it.
They said he lost control. He totally didn't lose control. Now, if they're saying the ball hit the ground, that's one thing, but he had it in his Dick's gloves the entire time. But whatever, we still won.
I kind of disagree. I don't think he caught it.
Scoreboard.
But yeah, it was still exactly scoreboard. It was a very hot debate, that exact question on, the Reddit, Redskin page, Twitter people. People are vehemently backing whether he caught it or whether he didn't catch it.
Doesn't matter.
But
scoreboard.
In the long run, it doesn't matter. Scoreboard.
You know what? Okay, I got a lot of nitpicking to do, but let's celebrate the good things about this game first. We just had 20 years. 20 years of just automatically nitpicking. It's kind of difficult when you're on a 3-game winning streak. When's the last time we had a 3-game winning streak? 1987? I mean, 91?
When's the last?
When we won.
No,
14?
we had a 3-game winning streak. We had a 5-game winning streak 3 years ago or 4 years ago. didn't we?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, we keep ending seasons with these winning
2012.
streaks. We might have had a winning streak at the end of last season, for all I remember. But did you see Ron after that game? How pumped he was!
Let's go.
LFG.
He just filled it in a word. LFG. He just kept yelling LFG as he was walking off the field, yelling it to the right, yelling it to the left as he was going through the tunnel.
Dude, there's just something about Monday night games where everything is a struggle for us, dude. Everything is a tragedy for us on Monday night.
But we won the game.
I know, but we
When was
always
the last time we won one of these games? What was the
like
last
2012? 14 maybe?
Yeah. I think you're right. We know 2012 because we went to that one. We went to that final game.
I think that was
RG3.
a Sunday night game, though. I don't think that was a Monday night game.
Yeah.
Monday night game,
But,
I mean, it's been about the same distance in time. 10 years.
Yeah.
8 years. I read a statistic before the game that said that we were 2-17 in Monday night football games at FedEx all time. 2-17. And one of them, remember, was the Cowboy Killer game where Santana Moss had 2 touchdowns in the last minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
When we won 14-13 over the Cowboys. So
because Brunel just decided to start throwing it deep. Was it Brunel?
I think it was Brunel. Yeah, it was Brunel. It was Brunel.
I think it was.
Yeah, that game, like, we played like doo-doo the entire game, kind of like Seattle did last night, except we were able to put up 2 touchdowns in a minute and 30 and win it. So, oh man.
Well, they almost did that to us. Coming back in that game, because Landon Collins, who may have been player of the game until he got hurt, the very next play after he got hurt, Shazer Everett was filling in for him, and he just stood in the middle of the field, and dude just ran right by him.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do.
Just got thrown in right at the end of the game, and so that's how they got that touchdown. Mm-hmm. Kyle Fuller got that awesome interception of that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it felt like that sealed the deal. Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, we were already celebrating. And then...
Oh, yeah.
Who is that guy that just totally whiffed on the onside kick? Januski or something? That linebacker? Starts with a J.
Maybe.
On our team? Yeah, that dude totally whiffed. He whiffed. It went right past him. I still think they touched it like 6 inches before it went 10 yards, but
I think that was another thing that I saw people debating on was exactly that, because he touched it at like 9.5 yards.
Yeah, because it didn't touch Janeski or whatever his name is, because he whiffed on it.
It almost looked like he was ducking under it to let it go.
Yeah, if it would have touched him, okay, they can get it before 10, but it didn't touch him, and I think they hit it at like 9 yards and 3/4, like right before it made it to that line. But it didn't matter because there was the illegal formation, and then they almost got it again, dude. Adam, too cool for school, Humphreys bumped it a little bit, and then he pulled it in. Thank goodness, because oh my gosh,
he was smart though, because it fumbled a little bit. He totally turned away from all the Seattle guys and just brought the ball in like mine.
Yeah, so, dude, what about our run
clutch,
defense? Man. What about our run defense? I love
watching our run defense. Jerron Payne, Tim Settle, Ioannidis, all those guys in the middle were just like, no, don't even. And for the most part, they weren't able to do that. It was awesome.
Dude, they had like nothing, man. The whole night, the biggest run I remember was Wilson for like a 10 or 12 yard run.
Russell Wilson.
Like the fourth, it was like their first down of the second half when he ran it up the middle. So you take that away.
For rushing.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like they only had 22 yards in rushing for the entire game.
Yeah, dude.
That was it. That's crazy. That's crazy good.
No, they had 12 carries for 34 yards. And if you take away Russell Wilson's 12-yard run, then they had 22 yards the whole game. 22! That you can't get any better than that. That was pretty awesome.
That's really good stuff.
And then you know what else I love seeing? The old school pounding the ball for a third week in a row and just destroying the time of possession on the clock. Now, we had the ball. Hold on, I got the stats right here. We had the ball literally, I'm looking at the little graph, 41 minutes and 40 seconds to their 18-20. That's over two times, 200% more times than they had it.
2/3 of the possession went to the Washington football team.
Over 2/3. Over
2/3. Yeah.
We're like close to like 68% or something of the ball was us just pounding it. And what about our two running backs, man? Antonio Gibson. Mm-hmm. Antonio Gibson was stellar last night, and
he was great for everything except for one play, including when he ran around the left side. What?
When he ran out of bounds again at the end of the game.
At the end of the game and killed us before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
We were just like, everyone was just like, what are you doing? Just drop. Taylor Heineke did a perfect run and drop.
Heineke was looking at him after that like, dude, again?
Urkel, seriously.
He does look like Urkel.
Urkel, you got to stay in bounds.
Stay in bounds, dude. But he had a great game. He was protecting the ball well. Logan Thomas had a good first game back. He dropped one.
Fantastic.
I remember.
Jaden McKissick is someone that we need to re-sign before the end of the season or during this offseason. We need to re-sign him for a much better contract than he's on, because he is earning that money.
Yeah, he is. He totally is. The offensive line was destroying it, and we're on our fourth center. Fourth.
Yeah.
And they were just destroying them on the run.
Yeah.
Now, there were a few sacks that came out of this from Seattle. That Bobby Wagner dude was all over the place.
Yeah, man. He's a Hall of Famer.
Some of that crap is Heineke, though. Like, some of it, he just holds the ball too long, or he doesn't step in the pocket. He, like, goes behind where they're blocking him, and he just gets hit. Yeah. So, anyway, there's some people down in the peanut gallery. Let's see who's in there. Shanny's in there. What's up, dude? Trail Chicken. She's in there.
What's up?
Shanny. I just said that. X Factor 357. 2B4 is in there somewhere.
What's up?
X Factor 357 saying, Green Bearded Dragon is new into the chat room there. Welcome into the Discord.
All right. What's up?
If you guys want to join, there he is. He says hello, or she.
Hello.
If you guys want to join the chat room, Josh supposedly set us up an easier to remember way to get into our Discord room. It's tinyurl.com/HarryHF, and that should give you the link to get in there. You may or may not have to type HTTPS at the beginning. I don't know. Otherwise, it's on the screen in YouTube if you're listening on Apple or Spotify or TuneIn or one of those places. If you just click on the YouTube page, it's in the bottom right-hand corner on all of our episodes. Just pick one and look. Also, we got some hogline calls this week.
Did we?
Yeah, I downloaded.
There's probably people calling after that fantastic, well, not fantastic game, but a game we won, probably saying something like playoffs.
Yeah. Dude, here, let's see if I can play it. I downloaded it, but I didn't set it up. Oh, no.
Wait, is this?
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Keep talking.
Well, we also had a Curtis Samuel sighting. Didn't sound like he had any troubles. He was on a pitch count, as they said. All the low air was like, why didn't they just say a play count?
Yeah, that bothered me. He's on a pitch.
Very good point.
He's on a pitch count, dude.
I hope they hit a home run tonight.
Right.
DeAndre Carter fumbling the ball a couple times earlier in the game. I don't know if I don't know what was going on with him, but he got his stuff together. We talked about Tress Way coming in for Joey Sly.
Oh, he didn't kick.
The whole thing with Joey Sly. Well, let's go into the whole thing because we were about to go up 10-7, and then he went to make the extra point. And the snap was off to the right, but he put the ball down in time. It looked like it was going to be fine. It's just, I mean, the left side of the line, it was just a jailbreak. So someone got through. I don't think it was the kicker's fault or
I think it was
anything like that.
fault. I think it was Cheeseman.
Well, I don't know. But he put the ball down in time. It was fine when Sly got to it.
All right,
that's what I said. That's what I just said was that Cheeseman snapped the ball to the right of the holder, but he put it down just in time. But the left side of the line, it was just a jailbreak. They just came right on through.
Dude,
like 3 guys from Seattle. I don't know if they overloaded it or what, but they got through there.
they're not the first, though. How many block kicks have we had this year, and how much is it the kicker's fault, and how much of it is the line's fault? Because this is like our 4th or 5th block kick. I don't ever remember a season with more than 1 or 2. Ever.
3. Blewett had 3 block kicks because he sucked. And this is the 4th one, and this was a fault of the line of the Seattle's guys getting through.
I need to see the play again. It could also be partly that Joey Sly was distracted from that, how bad the snap was, even though it was saved by Kyle Allen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it could have thrown him off just slightly because it was like, because I saw the snap and I was like, oh. And he got it there, you're right, but it still might have been enough of a distraction to just screw this guy up.
It might have been. I mean,
and then he went after.
I went back and I watched it again today, and to me, it was just like the guy. They just broke through.
Okay.
So.
And then
I don't think it's any problem with him.
He went after him. And to me, it looked to me like those 2 guys held Joey Sly from trying to make that tackle. You watched it again today. I don't know if you saw that.
It didn't look like that much of a hold of me. But Seattle, they're known for playing kind of pushing it, and I mean, they're kind of a dirty team. They've been that way for years and years. So things like that don't really surprise me at all. But I don't think that had anything to do with Joey Sly getting hurt. He was just running down the field, and suddenly his hamstring was just like, oh, my damn leg.
Yeah, he's not used to that kind of running. All right, Green Bear. I keep saying Green Bear. Green Bearded Dragon agrees with you about the line breaking down. I still think Joey Sly got held too, trying to make that tackle. But anyway, yeah, so we gave up another block kick, which isn't good. But, Heineke looked fine.
Completely different from Blewett's block kicks. Completely different. I wouldn't even equate it into the same thing. So that being said, I think Joey Sly, they said he's going to be out for 3 weeks. I don't know if he's on like short-term IR, but it sounds like maybe they're going to do that. I don't know. But it's a hamstring. He could be out for like well over a month.
Yeah. So this guy that we got today, his name is Brian Johnson.
Another guy from Tech. Virginia Tech.
Brian Johnson. And, he played for the Saints this year, I think, in like 4 games. He missed a couple extra points. I think he was perfect on field goals when I glanced at his stats. But he was cut because of missing some extra points. And then he ended up on the Bears practice squad from which we retrieved him. So hopefully he's got to be, dude, they were not, we were talking about this. If you saw Tress Way in the post game, there was no way he was going to kick. He was over there like, dude, coach, no, you don't want to see this. You do not want to see me trying to kick.
He was basically like, if it's a chip shot, I mean, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
15 yards, field goal. Maybe.
It's one thing. He was kicking off, and it's one thing to kick the ball to the end zone. It's a whole other thing to go through the whole step-by-step process with all 3 guys on special teams to do a field goal. There's a lot to mess up there.
Yeah.
So basically at that time when Sly got hurt, Ron Rivera was just like, Norv Jr., you got 4 downs because we ain't kicking.
Which we were saying from halftime. I was like, crap. Anyone that was in the Discord room knew that I was like, this is not good, dude. We don't have a kicker. This is not good. Tressway kept kicking it off to like the 5, and they kept returning it to like the 30. And then, oh my gosh. Yeah, Shanny's pointing out, we talked about this too before the podcast. He's left-footed, so that means the holder, who's not used to taking the snap on that side and setting it down, has to use his other hand to get the ball there, which he's not used to. And then Cheeseman is a rookie, so he's probably not used to a left-footed kicker. So it was going to be, dare I say, a debacle to try that without any practice. Like, they may have practiced at halftime. Like, I didn't see it if anyone was there and saw if he was out. Hopefully, Way was out there practicing at halftime. But I don't know if that happened. And I was worried. It was kind of like soccer playing with 10 men or something, as far as I'm concerned.
Like Joey Sly got a red card.
Like we pulled our goalie or something like that in the second half, because not having a kicker is a huge disadvantage, as you saw at the end when it should have been easy for us to put that game away.
Especially if they had gotten that 2-point conversion and we went to overtime, that really would have sucked. Not having a kicker.
Oh no, we would have been done. Probably we'd have had to score. We'd had to hope to get the toss and score on the first drive. Yeah. Or just shut them down and then score. But still, this leads me to my other point. And this is what kind of annoys me about Norv Jr. and it annoyed me about his dad. He'll get a small lead. He'll be calling the game perfectly fine. And I loved all the runs and everything. But when you can't just like try to coast to a win. It seemed to me he got super conservative in the fourth quarter. Super conservative.
We talked about that some. I actually said, I was just like, he's not getting like Dan Quinn super like Falcons falling to the Patriots and Super Bowl conservative like he did, but it was pretty darn conservative. I know what you're talking about after you mentioned that.
And we were totally poised on that last drive because Heineke kept like faking like he was keeping the ball on those handoffs when he would give it to the running back. We was totally set up for him to actually keep it because they're like, oh, he's not going to keep it now. He's never going to keep it. Yeah. He hasn't done it the whole game. Yep. He could have eased like on that last drive. I was like, we got to pull that out and just let him run for once, and we never did. We never did. But scoreboard, dudes, scoreboard.
Yeah.
We are now what?
In the playoffs.
5 and
6. We're in the playoffs.
Oh,
is that right? 5 and 6? I don't even know. I think so.
Yeah, and I would be remiss if Negative Nancy, Taylor Bud Lighty Goat in the Discord room. He called it, dude. He actually called this game.
I called it.
Really?
He did. He called it. So congratulations to Mr. Taylor Bud Lighty Goat. Anyway, yeah. So what do we want to talk about now? Bobby McCain sucking?
Well, let's talk about how bad Bobby McCain sucked in that first half. Let's talk about Landon Collins doing the little peanut punch and getting the ball out of there.
Dude, Landon Collins has found his groove finally. Whatever they've done.
Finally has.
Moving him up and using him like he played in for the Giants.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Dude can't cover, but he can hit. He can come up and tackle.
Yeah.
There's Taylor Bud Lighty Goat in the room. That dude, all right, they found out how to use him, and then we saw, oh my gosh. He was laying the smack on some dudes, and that punch at that point in the game where it looked like Seattle was going to kind of take control.
That was huge. That may have been the play of the game. Because there were a lot of plays in this game that could have been play of the game, but that might have been play of the game.
Because after that, Seattle didn't do jack until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and basically that one play where they got that touchdown to go to pull it to the 2-point game, was right after Collins got hurt.
Yeah, they went straight for Everett. And Everett did not pass his test, dude, of the next man up.
No, he did not. First play gave a touchdown.
Yep. And dude. It's like every time we're on Monday Night Football, I swear they try to give you a heart attack even when... Because we dominated this game. It shouldn't even have been nearly that close at all.
Yeah.
We gave up 20 yards rushing, and it's not like they were lighting it up through the air either. That their number one receiver, that DK Metcalf guy.
One catch
at the very end. I still think one of his feet were out. You went back and watched it.
They were not. He was in.
Okay.
There were actually people who were at the game who posted stay, because that was another thing that people were just like, how come we couldn't see a replay of that? It looked like one of his feet was out, blah, 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 blah. And the guy, and like multiple people were like, we were at the game. He was totally in.
Okay.
So that's why you did see the replay.
Okay. If they say
Sure looked like his toe went out to me, though.
Sitting way up in the stands, if they say so, then I'm sure.
Well, they said they saw it on the Jumbotron, so Jumbotron.
Okay, because I know when we were there, I couldn't tell if people were in or out. But, you know.
Oh, we were pretty close to the field.
Oh, speaking of, that guy from our section with the defense.
Defense. They showed it for like 2 seconds.
No, I don't even know if he had a full second. It was like 17 frames he was on the screen. It was like gone. We're like, there's
I told you I'd seen that guy before. They like flash him on the screen for a very short time and then they move on.
Yeah.
That was funny.
All right, someone's in the chat room. X Factor 357. Would you re-sign him at a smaller rate, Landon? I'd re-sign him for as much of Dan Snyder's money as he wants, as long as we're under the salary cap. Oh my gosh! And that's another question that we brought up a few weeks ago, and I never found the answer to. How far under the salary cap are we? If any of you guys in the chat room know, let us know. Because supposedly we were way under, and then we didn't really sign any super free agents, so I don't know.
Well, yeah. I think let's look forward here from this game, because this weekend we're playing Las Vegas at that nice Raiders stadium out there, and then we have the NFC East Gauntlet. It's very possible
what I call the
we
road
can
to the
win
championship.
the division.
The road to the championship. We need like some music, like CBS Sports music. The Redskins. Road to the championship. Yeah. We got Dallas twice.
And
Pushovers. We got the Giants once. Pushovers. And we got the Eagles twice. Super pushovers. I see it's going at least 6-0 down the stretch here.
So here at the end, we're going to Vegas, and then
11-6 to end the season, dude.
And then we're at home to Dallas, at Philadelphia, at Dallas, at home to Philadelphia.
Win.
Man, Dallas, Philly,
Win.
and then at Giants at the Ghetto Lands for the last game.
Win. We're gonna win all of those games. 11.
I sure hope we are.
11-6.
I called it.
Woo! All right. We'll have to see how I don't know. 3 weeks ago we were just like, man, We're probably getting a top 5 draft pick in this draft. And next thing you know, we're in the playoffs right now, and we could win this division.
We're winning.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Good old green bearded dragon is already doing some homework for us because he knows we're too lazy. 10.356 million under the salary cap this season, and I'm not sure. I think we get to roll some, if not all, of that over to next year. You can carry a certain amount.
Something like that.
That's usually a question that Sean the injury specialist, would tell us, but
Josh usually does this. Usually was the analytics guy.
He used to. Now he's over in Scotland just hanging out during the Thanksgiving week. Okay.
Oh, Sly is on IR, by the way.
Okay.
So 3 weeks out minimum, but I think he. I mean, 6 weeks.
He's done.
You guys know hamstrings can take forever.
Done. He's done for the season, especially for a kicker.
Yeah.
He's done. You saw him try to kick off, dude. It was like, what was that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he wanted to try it. He wanted to try it, but yeah, didn't go too well for him. So his kicker, Johnson, is from DC, as a matter of fact.
Brian Johnson is right.
Brian Johnson is right. DC, Virginia Tech guy. It says he weighs 182 pounds. He looks like he's 150 in the picture I saw of him from the Saints. So I guess we'll see.
So did they?
He's going to be the exact bodily opposite of Joey Sly, who could barely fit in his uniform.
Did they put an ad in the Post?
Ad in the
any
Post?
Any kickers in the area want to come try out tomorrow?
Come try your feet out at Redskins Stadium. At Griffith Stadium. Come try your feet out. We need a kicker.
We need a kicker. We could bring in the footage from you from the Beach Blitz, and maybe they'll hire you in, dude.
Oh, I don't know, man.
That straight-on kicking style is kind of a lost art.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, you know, I did grow up watching Mark Mosley win an MVP.
We need to talk injury. We need to talk injuries here too. Have you?
Yeah,
do you have the YouTube page open? X Factor's saying he's having trouble getting his comments in the peanut gallery, so I didn't know if maybe the YouTube one might be quicker. I don't even look at the YouTube page anymore, which is bad.
YouTube's up. No one's in there because, you know, everyone's in Discord now.
Oh, okay.
So it's working though.
All right, good. Maybe X Factor 357 just has some slow internet.
Maybe it's maybe.
I thought I saw trail chicken in here too earlier.
Thought so.
Trail chicken. I love these names that people come up with.
Oh,
and then they throw us for a loop and they'll like change their name. Like, oh, I got to play the voicemail. Dude, he was so pumped. I think it's CJack17, CJ Shoots Photo, and Alamo City Live Music. But I think those guys might be all one dude. But I don't know. But anyway,
you always say that.
I think he was sitting at his house last night in the middle of the night, pumped up from this game and had no one to talk to about it. So that's when they call the hog line at that point because they have to kind of vent frustrations or jubilation and they don't have anyone to talk to. So we're happy to offer that service. And here's the voicemail from last evening.
What up, Aaron and John? It's CJack17.
Can you guys hear it?
I hear it.
AKA, I don't even remember anything else. But CJ Shoots Photo. Anyway, man, what a game. I can't believe it. Man, you were having your doubts the whole time, but we were coming through. I'm so excited. They had a Logan touchdown. Definitely touchdown. Can't believe that they pulled that back. And Fuller got the interception at the end. I'm so stressed out right now. I'm pumped. I had to call the Harry Hawk Foot Line. Harry Hawk Foot Line hotline. What's up, boys?
I'm pumped. I got to
great
call the
game.
Harry
Monday
Hawk
Night
Foot
Football.
Line.
Running this ship around. D looks awesome. D looks awesome, guys. Y'all take care. Love you guys. Peace.
Woo!
All right,
Nice call, dude.
The Harry Hog Foot Line.
I think
Gotta call the Harry Hog
yeah.
Foot Line. He was pumped, dude. He was out of breath on there. He was so pumped.
Dude, we were all everyone was pumped. Man. All I know is that we're 5-6 and we're in the playoffs. This just blows my mind.
Well, not in the playoffs yet.
We're not in. If the season ended today, we would be in the playoffs.
Dude, we're going for the number 1 seed in the NFC. I don't know what you're talking about. This 7th fictitious slot in the playoffs. It doesn't even exist.
Dude, all I know is that Dallas is looking over the shoulder.
They're looking over their shoulder because they know they got us twice, and they're not looking that great.
In 3 weeks? No, they're not.
They're not looking that great. We control our own destiny, dude. And
we do control. If we win all of our games, we win the NFC East.
Yeah, and we're undefeated in the East right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we are. That's it. Yep.
1-0. And I heard
we
Al
barely
Galdi,
got over Daniel Jones.
yeah, Al Galdi was talking about how it was good that, I mean, not good that we have 6 losses, but 4 of them were actually in the AFC. So if you're going to lose, it's better to lose in the other conference as far as when it comes down to wild card spots and all that.
Yeah,
so,
and that's why we're ahead of Minnesota, and we're ahead of what else are we ahead of here in this? Where'd that page go? Where'd that page go?
I don't know. I just wanted to throw out this idea too. Regardless what happens the rest of the season, we've won 5 games. If we can win 3 more games, 3 out of the 6, then we have a better record than last season. And we did that on the first place schedule. So in my opinion, if we do that, we've improved this season.
Without our starting quarterback.
Yeah. And without our second top free agent, Samuel, for 10, 11 games, whatever it is. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some positives, even if we don't win out. I'm just saying. Even though I've already said we're gonna run the table here and go 11-6. We control our own destiny.
We control our own destiny. Football team.
Let's go team. Okay, let's talk about the injuries that were sustained in this game. You mentioned Joey Sly, but there was also Landon. I keep wanting to say Carter. Dude. Landon Collins, who looked fine after the game.
Hey guys.
Is there any
Landon Carter?
Is there any
Landon Collins?
He's fine, right? You just got banged up a few.
There's really nothing we're going to have, no report we're going to have because the game was 24 hours ago. Was not even 24 hours ago. Yeah. So there's not really going to be any report we have.
Unless
Jaden, because it looked like he had a concussion, but he should be fine.
Okay.
What did they say? It was an ankle for the Schweitzer brother when Ismail
is he
came in for him
out? Yeah, we haven't heard any updates. Okay, so I haven't heard anything either. That Call Me Ismail dude was good. Remember, I've been high on Keith Ismail since we got him a couple years ago, wanting to see him, get him some play time, and he went in there and he held his own, dude. So, I mean, dude, how many yards rushing did we have? Because we were destroying it. It wasn't like we were getting giant runs, but we were just. I love those games when the defense is shutting down the other team's run and you're just pounding the ball. It's like old school football. And I know it's not the sexy way to play football anymore, but I just love that. Let me go look at
152 yards rushing. 152. Antonio Gibson had 111. McKissick had 30. And don't forget Antonio Gibson, other than that boneheaded play of him running out of bounds, he had a great game, including where he was running around the left side. Remember, and he ran like it was a cornerback or one of their safeties, and they just ran into each other, and he just stood that guy up.
Yeah, dude. And he just looked at him, and that guy like tried to act like he had just like laid the smack on him or something. It's like, dude, you're the one that got nailed out of bounds, and he's still standing there.
Yeah, really.
That was funny.
That was a good hit.
Oh, dude, the other stat that we were discussing, the punting yards for Seattle. So Seattle had whatever we said it was, 30 yards rushing, 34 officially. And they had, are you ready for this, guys? Any guesses? 400 yards of punting.
400 yards of punting.
400 yards punting on 8 punts. 5 in a row, 3 and outs. I mean, that's insane. If we can keep coming into our own and get better and better each week, then we might have a chance to run it out.
Oh,
it's not like the NFC
Absolutely.
East is like powerhouses, dudes. I mean, come on.
You know, I saw a report today on ESPN that the Eagles and the Giants have 2 top 10 picks right now because both of them have an extra pick from trades. So I'm wondering how much are those teams really trying to pull ahead? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they might be diving a little bit.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if they're diving because they're right in the mix too. They're still like the Eagles are ahead of us, aren't? No, they have one half game. Are they a half game behind us? What is the standings? And then the Giants are like 4 and 7.
They're a half game behind us, and the Giants are a full game behind us.
Yeah, so it's still anyone's division. So I don't know if they're to that point yet. But you know,
that's true because we do have we have 6 games, and some of those guys have 5 games. But
yeah,
is that right? Yeah. So I don't know. When I was looking at that stat, I was like, Philadelphia had like the 2 and the 3 pick, and I was just like, that's some really good picks right now if you're Philadelphia, if you've kind of been tanking. So,
dude, Taylor,
that's not us, dude.
Taylor's got a good point here, and I'm glad he brought this up. If we don't give up those big plays, we shut the Seahawks out. Yes, there were 2 plays that they had in this game. 2. McCain
on that one where he's supposed to pick up the guy and he didn't get him, and then Everett in its very first play, just let the guy run right on by.
In the beginning of the season, we were giving up 4 or 5 of those a game. Now we're limiting it to 1 or 2. We need to limit it to 0. If we can limit it to 0 of those mistakes, is all you can say, blown coverages, mistakes, errors.
Yeah.
Then yes, they would have been shut out. Russell Wilson did not look 100%. He was missing some wide open dudes in this game.
He was. It wasn't his best game, but you know, he put that ball on a dime on that touchdown. So
yeah,
on that second touchdown.
Yeah. All right, so we don't have much more on the injury report. Do we want to go into our games and kicks?
Yeah, let's go into that.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
We need to do a little bit of a yelling at our sound technician for not getting these audio levels correct.
Aaron?
You need to call me Mr. Allen.
Who did the sound? No, sir.
It was horrible. It was horrible sound again.
Again.
Who did the sound this time? It was bad again. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did.
Get in the house.
Okay. All right, so you want to give your kick first? Before people in the chat room here is looking at you, Shanny, take your Kicks.
Mine goes to Shazer Everett, man. You had one job. One job.
On one play.
One play.
Yeah.
He was not ready for prime time.
Yeah, and remember earlier in the season when we were like bench Landon
I
Collins.
know.
Put Everett in there. He can play better coverage than Collins. Well, then I'm going to give mine to the other one job, McCain, for giving that one up earlier in the game.
For not picking that guy up.
Yeah. All right, now it's open in the peanut gallery. Oh, look, Shanny's already sent his in. It's McCain.
I wonder if anybody's going to pick Gibson.
Taylor Bud Lighty Goat gives his to the special teams O-line for letting the Seahawks block the kick and almost sell the game because of it. Shanny's giving another special kick for Joey Sly for being injured. Way to go,
Trying too hard, dude. Sounded like you earlier today. He was trying too hard.
He was trying too hard and got himself injured. Even though I still say he was held on earlier in that play when he was going.
He's just
held,
fun around.
Go back and look. The guy was holding him like clotheslining him back.
But they're dozy-doing.
Two of them.
Nah.
No, it was holding. It was total holding. Total holding. Not that I think he would have actually caught him, but he was still getting held.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah, I also have to give another kick. This was my kick halfway through the game. Cornelius Lucas for that false start on the first play of the drive, like in the fourth quarter or into the third. I don't remember, when I was like, oh, we need this drive, and that just totally derailed the drive, and it was a 3-and-out when we needed to burn clock.
We had very few penalties in this game, actually, but that one right there could have been a real killer penalty. Yeah, I was like you said. Go ahead.
I was like, mark my words, dude, this could be it. But then it didn't. I mean, nothing happened of it. We held them to a 3-and-out. But still, it didn't waste. We needed to run clock.
Yeah. That's why I was talking about Gibson too, man. We needed to run the clock down.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else in the peanut gallery? Green bearded dragon, Shanny X Factor. Oh, Shanny already did. X Factor, Taylor. Anyone else giving a kick before we move forward? The Cams penalty was an awful call on their TD drive. On the pass interference, yeah, I thought that was a little questionable myself, but they don't let defenses play anymore. It's the new rule. Defenses are not allowed to play football. So
and they make new rules about it every year that makes it even harder for defenses to do stuff. X Factor, McCain or Everett. Kick to the refs and rules, says Green Bearded Dragon.
And the rules and how the refs interpret them differently every single play. Don't even get me going on that give yourself up thing. So now these part-time referees are able to decide what your intent was on the play. Okay. I'm going in for a touchdown.
It's not his intent. You just give yourself up. The quarterback gives himself up if he goes to the ground. It doesn't matter what direction he goes in. That's the most recent
they should call
interpretation of that rule.
They should call it something else. Not give himself up. There's CJack17. I think he's also Alamo City Live Music, and maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's a different guy. I can't give it straight. CJ Shoots photo. If it is you,
I think it's CJ.
If it is you, if you're one and the same guy with all these aliases, we played your voicemail earlier. But I think CJack is over in the UK somewhere.
No, I think he's in Austin.
Oh, I can't keep it straight, dude. All right.
The UK or Austin. Let's see if either one of us are correct.
He's in the UK. Dude, he's in Austin.
Oh, Texas.
Is he? I don't know. He'll tell us here in a second. I'll be like, I've already told you guys 100 times. All right, he's kicking Everett. And Green Bearded Dragon kicks the refs and the rules. I like that, except for the ref that was from Virginia Beach, because she was helping us out on some calls. There's a few calls where she's like, nope. What was that one where she comes running in and she's like, no, that was pass interference or whatever it was. Remember, it was like called.
But it ended up not being that. But yeah, she came running down the sideline like, no, it's this. And then it ended up not being that.
no, it was when they like the ref that I thought was a woman, but I think it was a guy, and then they like came over and they converged and they talked about whether it was a catch for us or not, and she was like, it was
right, yeah.
He got both feet in, and we're like, yes, you're from Virginia Beach.
Redskins fan from the past, I guess.
Dude, CJ shoots photo. I told you, Alamo City Live Music. He's in Austin. We played your voicemail. If you were late to the party, you can go back and listen on iTunes or Spotify.
John Adams is right.
Brian Johnson is right. All right,
dude. We need to
go to
game balls.
Games. Yeah, this podcast is getting. Well, we still got a few minutes.
Dude, we're pumped, man. We're pumped. I'm pumped.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award. I thought I heard a ghost. Brought to you by Ridapoo. For the 10th year running, Ridapoo is the official sponsor of Harry Hog Football.
Unofficially.
Buy it in your local grocery store with all the other cleaning supplies. Ridapoo. Your septic thanks you.
Supplies.
Ridapoo, your septic thanks you. I just made that up. We don't have Josh to do the jingles anymore, so you know.
I know.
All right, go ahead.
Only when Josh shows up like once a season.
Go ahead and give yours, because I don't think anyone is going to give the same game ball as me this week.
All right, mine's going to McKissick. He scored 2 touchdowns. And I know they carted him off near the end of the game. I think just be precautionary with him. I think it's probably just a concussion. But man,
we hope.
The guy signed for like one more year for like $1.5 billion. He's like a super bargain. We need to extend his contract.
Yeah,
we need to make sure that he does not get to the open market at the end of next year, because people are going to offer him like stupid money, like the Jets.
Yeah.
Or us. You know?
Yeah, we need to start signing our own some more. I mean, look at John Allen tearing it up.
John Allen, Logan Thomas, those are guys we signed. Like those are guys that we didn't let go. We signed them in long-term contracts. And yeah, you're exactly right. That's exactly what we need to keep on doing. Terry McLaurin, we need to sign him. Is that Henry?
Probably. I think an airplane flew over. Something dumb.
Your dogs freak out about everything.
All right. Well, here's my game ball. If you'll remember, the Seahawks' first touchdown, and I think it was Lockett that scored it. Is that correct?
It is.
Anyway,
it is.
He ran and jumped up into our stands, and to the right, there was a super fan like any one of you guys in the peanut gallery or listening or us who was having nothing of it and just pushed him back down into the field, and that guy gets my game ball.
That is a fantastic game ball.
I only wish he did it a little more emphatically, but he still got the job done.
It was so quick. Because, I mean, I imagine Tyler Lockett was like, where's the Seahawk fan? I don't see one up here. Maybe the guy sitting down is. So that's where he jumped up. But it was all Washington football team fans sitting there. And the one guy thought, everyone else was just sitting there. And that guy got up. He was just like, get out of here.
He just pushed him down. Because that's exactly what I would have done without even thinking about it. I may have been more forceful than that, but hopefully I wouldn't have thrown a punch, because then I would have got kicked out. But yes,
no, you don't throw a punch at anybody. You just push him. Hey, man, what you doing, man?
I'm a pacifist, dude. I practice pacifism.
That's true.
Not in Nam, of course. All right, let's see. In the peanut gallery, who's giving out their game balls? Let's see here. Game ball.
Shout out to Shaka Tony, who had that great sack, who just ran at Russell Wilson and didn't slow down and just pushed him.
I'm glad you brought that up because he didn't slow down and be like, is he going to throw? Is he going to run? He just runs in and just nails him like,
It's just like, get down.
Yeah.
Bam.
That was awesome. Who is it in the chat room that loves Shaka Tony? Is it Kenny Ken? I don't remember. So one of the guys in there really loves him.
It's a great name. Great name.
All right, let's go. We're going back here. In the chat room, Game Balls from X Factor 357 gives his game. Apparently, he has 3 balls. He gives them to Gibson, the D, and the O line. Okay.
Whoa. All right.
The O line for being a ragtag bunch was stellar. I gotta say.
Fourth center.
Dare I say, reminiscent of the Hogs in that game.
Hogs.
They were moving some people.
Excuse me. Dude, just a shout out. Eric Flowers is just a monster man. He is just a monster human being. Do you see him going out there on runs, and he is just like, I don't even know who else to equate him with him because he was so huge. He was just like, everybody move.
Oh, it was Everett.
There we go. 2-4's got a picture of the guy up.
Yeah, it was Everett. Yeah, that dude wearing the Jammin' Davis jersey over there, 52. That guy gets my game ball.
Are you sure that's not a Ryan Anderson jersey?
No, I'm not sure.
The other guy's got an RG3 jersey. Maybe it's a Curtis Samuel jersey.
I don't know. But that guy gets my game ball.
It's a Paul Richardson jersey.
The guy sitting down right in front not doing anything does not get my game ball. 52 had to come in and make the tackle there. He gets the game ball.
It's great.
That's from Everett. Thank you, 2B4, for putting that in. So anyway, reading through some more of these game balls in here. Landon Collins from CJack17 for balling out on defense and stripping out fumbles. Yeah, he punched that thing out of there.
Peanut punch, man. That was a great punch. He was just like, bam. Sorry, left hand. Bam.
Taylor Bud Lighty Goat gives his to the defense for forcing a punt 5 times in a row. Not only that, it was a 3 and out 5 times in a row. And a special gold-plated ball for Kyle Fuller for sealing the win on the 2-point. Yeah, who was it? They called him Kyle and we're like, oh, it's Kendall, dude. It was one of the announcers.
I think it was Marv Levy.
Marv Levy.
I think it was 100-year-old Marv Levy.
Marv Levy and his son.
Is Steve Levy? What's his name?
I don't know.
It was the announcer whose hair has gone from like black to like white in a year. Like we had talked about it before. You were like, you must stop using Grecian 5.
He stopped the Grecian, dude.
He also dropped the Redskins during that game. Like, he didn't even go back and fix it, I don't think. So,
like Troy Aikman the other day. Did you hear that? When Troy Aikman was when he was on the Redskins, and then
Steve Levy,
and then Joe Buck was like, "Excuse me, the what?" And he was like, "The Washington." But
do you think they have a can on top of their refrigerator at like the break room, and every time you mention Redskins, it's like $1. You got to donate $1 to the can.
No, but Troy Aikman was correct.
Like it's curse word one.
No, he was correct because I think he was talking about like an older player like Darryl Green or someone.
Oh yeah. He was with the Redskins. That's who it is.
So he was right. All right, go. Let's finish this out. Steve Levy is who said Kyle Fuller.
2B4 set a game ball to Gibson because of that 2-point conversion. That's a really, really good point. That was our first. I think that was our first one this year.
Yeah, and if you're giving it to Gibson, you also have to give it to the O line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Is that it? What else do you guys want us to talk about? Anything except for that we're running the table now? Playoffs, dude. Playoffs.
I called it.
Anyway, this week, it's a short week. We got Vegas.
At Vegas.
I mean, Riverboat Ron is going to roll into Vegas and bring us a victory.
Maybe put down a few hands blackjack Saturday before he goes into the stadium.
Also not boding well for the leader of our division right now is they've got like 8 people on COVID. I don't know if that list came out.
I don't know. Their coach is on it.
Their coach is on it. Hopefully some of their starters, but hopefully they're not too sick, of course. But
yeah,
hopefully they can miss a few games maybe and lose. That would be nice. But they're okay. I don't wish bodily harm. I don't wish bodily harm on anyone.
I don't wish bodily harm. I just want them to be out for a few weeks.
Just be out resting.
Be out
up.
for the next 5 weeks.
Be out resting up for the next 5 or 6 weeks.
Kizik, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Green Bearded Dragon. Yes, McKissick for the 2 touchdowns. We got to sign. Oh, I love that picture that 2B4 put in there. That's awesome.
Get off.
It's so awesome.
I was imagining like if you and I were sitting there and he jumped up there and I had like a beverage in my hand and I would just like push him with the cup and the beverage, it would fly all over him.
And then they try to
get out of here.
And they try to arrest you for throwing a.
And then Dan Snyder's like goons come down and try to arrest me.
I'd be like, dude, he attacked me.
Field.
He attacked me. He jumped in my personal space. This is my seat.
Oh
yeah. The player. You didn't jump on the field. Get out of here. Get out of here, Everett. Vegas. We're going into Vegas and we're going to kick some booty in Vegas.
I love that stadium. Their stadium just looks slick, man.
I drove by there a few years ago. When was that? 2019 when they were finishing it up. It looks sweet from the outside.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, X Factor 357's asking my prediction this week.
Aaron's precarious prediction.
I'm getting good. I've had 3 straight weeks that I've gotten my prediction correct on wins.
Yeah.
I'm on a streak. I can't say that about my fantasy team. I'm on a streak in fantasy too. Streak of
we should be going to Vegas on your precarious prediction streak.
All right. Here's my precarious prediction. Defense is going to keep rolling in. They're going to eliminate some of these mistakes. McCain is only going to give up 1 touchdown this week. 1 instead of like 12. And Heineke is going to have the leash taken off, so to speak, so he can actually run some more.
He's going to run the ball finally? He's going to run the ball?
Oh, he's going to pepper it in instead of like not putting any of it in.
Okay. All right.
And
I'll temper my expectations.
Here's my prediction. I'm seeing this as a Redskins 24 Raiders 10, and it's gonna be payback for the Super Bowl
18.
Thank you. It's gonna be payback. Man, I remember being a young lad, like 8 or 9 years old, and skipping church that morning and watching all the pregame stuff with all the NFL film stuff on TV leading up to the game.
Sables.
Yeah, all that. And then the game came around, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna destroy it. We're gonna destroy the Raiders today." And I remember it was like we couldn't do anything, dude. I remember Riggins had like 1 touchdown, right? Like they fought hard to get it. Like it was like, I don't know, 4th and goal, and they barely got it or something. And then like we couldn't do jack.
Because a lot of the team went out and partied the night before, and they were hungover.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was 8 or 9.
The team a bunch of the guys went out and partied, and they won. And the next day they were just like super hungover, and they expected to win because they were the defending champions, and the Raiders were just like, no.
Yeah, we got it handed to us,
and we got it handed to us, 38-9.
Yeah, that was not a good day for me. But we're gonna get revenge for that because we're coming to Vegas and we're not going out partying the night before. In fact, I heard Heineke say this.
Yeah.
In the JP Finley interview after the game, he was like, "So you're gonna be going out not this weekend?" He said.
He was like, "No."
No. You gonna be going into the casino? No. Gonna be playing some football, dude. Anyway, so that's my prediction: 24-10, Washington.
Wow, all right.
And,
a traditional football score. Traditional score. And that means that Johnson is going to be right on at least one field goal. Unless we have some very bizarre scoring like we did in this game.
Dude, I forgot.
How did we give up a 2-point conversion on a blocked extra point?
I forgot about Johnson.
It just doesn't happen in the NFL.
I forgot about Johnson. I'm changing it.
Oh. Okay.
It's going to be 23-10. 23-10. He's going to miss an extra point. Anyway, all right, that rounds it up. Let me get the outro music going here. We'll talk to you guys next week. Join us on Discord if you can. HTTPS tinyurl.com/HarryHF should get you the invite, of which we welcome Green Bearded Dragon in today. And there are dudes in there literally like 24/7. I don't know if they sleep or don't sleep.
Well, we also have people we have people in the UK, people from Europe. You know, we have people all across America, Canada, Candy Ken. We used to have a guy from Japan, Chen from Nova Scotia. We have people all over the place. So, you know, at any hour of the day, someone might answer you if you're just like want to complain or you want to celebrate or whatever it is. Just check out the Discord room.
Or do you want to say
Washington football fans?
What's our salary cap situation? Some dude in there will know. Also, if there's no one in there, you can always, and you need some therapy, you can always call and vent on the hog line. 202-735-1788. Leave a message. No one will answer the phone, so it's just a voicemail.
It's like 20 years for that thing.
Yeah. Send us some email.
Back when we had a real like on a tape machine, wasn't it?
Yeah,
originally the first time.
Yeah, if you still do email, we do have an account again. It's hhfpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
I think we still have a website where you can see our podcast, but I literally haven't looked at it in 2 years. But we supposedly have it set up so that the podcast goes on there. I don't know.
HarryHogFootball.com.
And of course on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, those type places. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
oh, you know what to do. Chioka! We coming for you guys. Better be looking over your shoulder.
This is Kenny Can from Canada, and you're listening to Harry Ho.